They're leaving on a jet plane. All my brain cells flying away again, crashing right into the
Twin
ocean.
Towers. Oh.
Welcome back to Relatable episode. Oh my God, it's 25.
Is it?
Yeah, it's
Oh my
exactly
God.
how old you are, you old fuck.
Wow. Our podcast has reached its quarter life crisis.
And with that quarter life crisis has come a realization about our lives and the podcast.
We hate it. We hate doing this. We're ending it.
And mostly, we hate you.
Yeah. Thanks for nothing. Have a terrible day.
Have a terrible life. No, we just had a conversation because we started recording an episode, and we find sometimes that we go to record and we're so burnt out that we're like, is this even like, are we funny? Does this make any sense?
The answer to both of those questions is a resounding no.
Apparently.
We have, come to the consensus that we're going to move the podcast to like a bi-weekly thing.
Just to make sure that we're providing you the best quality podcast we can, and for our own mental health and sanity, and allowing us the ability to work on other things for you guys. We just think that this makes the most sense right now. And I think maybe in time, if we are able to do this full time, fucking imagine.
If we feel like you deserve it,
Yeah.
we'll give you an episode every week.
But don't worry, because we're going to come back with a vengeance with some other stuff.
It's like a really bad rash. It always comes back. And each time it comes back, it's worse.
And when you least expect it. So
Exactly.
don't expect anything, and maybe you'll get the best.
No amount of steroid cream will stop this from coming back.
We'll
So
stop this rash from spreading.
get your fucking calamine lotion ready, bitch.
Get ready for a lotion bath, a milk bath, if you will.
Oatmeal bath, baby.
Oh, that sounds so nice. You know, colloidal oatmeal is like the key to healthy skin. This episode brought to you by colloidal oatmeal.
It's good for your skin.
Don't eat it.
Is there like medical grade oatmeal? Is that like a thing?
Okay, that's what I'm trying to figure out, because I went to Sephora and I was like, "Hey, bitch, I have eczema." She's like, "Girl, listen, use
eggs in my what? Eggs in your
I got eggs in my
coochie.
eggs in my ovaries."
Wow.
She's like, "Well, I knew I have the thing for you." And so she showed me this like lotion for your face, and the number one ingredient is colloidal oatmeal. And I've been using it, and I feel like it's good at moisturizing. So maybe don't spread oatmeal all over your face, or do.
I don't know, little Quaker Oats, little
yeah.
strawberry Quaker Oats.
I actually think I have made an oat face mask before.
Huh.
It was like bananas and oats, and then I ate it off my face. It was extra salty because,
all the sweat and oils from your that's fair.
Did you know there are little beings that live on your skin?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Like little buggies.
Mhm.
I know. They're good for you though.
It is actually really cool. Like, we all live in harmony together.
Yeah.
Sometimes you hear they have little concerts going on. It's pretty sweet.
Yeah, like you someone's like, "What's that on your face?" Like it's like a little pulsating light. It's like, "Oh, the little microbial, whatever the fuck. They're having a little concert."
Just a little rave, Steve Aoki, but the mite version.
Yeah.
Who's so fucking famous? The chain smoker mites? I don't know.
The mite smokers.
The mite smokers. I think a musician broke down every chain smoker song, and it was essentially the same thing.
Same chords, yeah.
We were
Who is
sitting in
surprised?
Paris or whatever the fuck.
Yeah.
Because relatable. We just casually flew to Paris to get away from your parents because they're kind of annoying. They wouldn't let us fuck in their house. So no.
We fucked in front of the Eiffel Tower.
So we paid $1,000 to buy a plane ticket. Dude, I saw an episode of some show on YouTube that it was like My Strange Attraction or whatever, and this woman was sexually attracted to the Eiffel Tower.
I think I've seen that. Yes, I know.
Raise your hand if you guys have seen that.
There was a German woman who was like sexually attracted / married to like an airplane or something.
Of course. There was a woman in LA who made her home out of airplane wings. That's something else.
I've heard of that.
Very strange.
It's very shrimp interesting.
But yeah, no, I saw a clip of this woman and she was just like lying on the Eiffel Towers, like one of their like
The
vertical
beams.
pieces of metal. She was just like nestled all up in it.
Oh,
She's like
baby.
talking to it. Yeah, pillow talk. There was a family of 4, and the mom walked by and covered her kid's eyes. It's pretty graphic.
Jesus.
But then there was another guy who fucked his car.
yeah.
Yeah. Like
mean,
I
shit,
understand
dude.
people can be married to anime pillows, whatever, sex dolls.
I think people can be sexually attracted to a lot of weird things, you know,
Well.
like M&Ms, for example, which has been a wide topic of debate amongst the conservative community recently.
Yeah. How much do you want to fuck the M&Ms? Which one would you fuck if given the chance? And why are they no
M&Ms
longer fuckable?
Are no longer sexual.
Yeah.
This is the most liberal propaganda I have ever seen in my life.
I mean, you're going to make the green M&M not wear her sexy boots? What am I supposed to jerk off to now?
Well, Tucker Carlson is certainly asking himself this question because he was very upset. He's so depraved sexually that was like the last thing that really did it for him. And now it's not sexy anymore. So he's like, I can never nut again.
He made his wife dress up as the green M&M in a massive foam costume.
She's like, oh, Tucker, honey, do I really have to do this again? He's like, you know that it's the only thing that makes me sploot my little dick.
I mean, if you're going to sexualize any candy, you're going to fucking sexualize the circular colored like chocolate candies?
Dots.
Is there a human shaped candy? Gummy sharks. Fuck a gummy shark.
Yeah, gummy worms. That kind of looks like a wiener.
You were showing me some beautiful crystals you were looking at recently. Whew.
Ooh.
I would say we're going to post them on Instagram, but I don't know if we're legally
can.
allowed to.
They had me sweating, you know. Woo. Yeah.
There's like a black granite.
It was
member.
a massive obsidian black penis.
Are people just putting these on display in their house, or are they using them?
I would hope they're not using them because that would be really bad for your hoo-ha. Because they're porous. Microscopically porous, and your pussy juice gets in the little holes and just becomes very
it's like bacteria.
icky.
Gross.
Yeah, it's just gross.
It starts growing mold. I do have to say, if you're looking to start getting into bread making, the mold that grows from used crystal dildos makes it actually a really great sourdough starter.
Right.
A lot of people don't know that.
That's actually what I use for my sourdough starter is yeast from
Coochie yeast.
Call my pussy a bread factory.
The way your coochie looks like fucking a hot dog bun. Hey, man. Well, what goes in a hot dog bun besides a wiener?
I do enjoy a good Chicago style dog with all the fixins, you know.
Okay, what goes on a Chicago style dog?
Tomato, pickle,
racism.
Well,
we'll be right
the best
back with a
part.
message.
That's the best part.
It is. It's the most tangy. We'll be right back with a message from our sponsor, Coochie Yeast.
You can make the finest bread with yeast from your coochie.
Just buy one of these state-of-the-art crystallized dildos, leave it in the dampness of your bathroom for 1 to 2 weeks, and voila, you've got coochie yeast ready for bread making.
Wow your friends, your husband, and your coworkers with coochie yeast. Available today for the low price of $99.99.
Coochie yeast. You'll never taste another coochie like it.
Speaking of hot dogs and, tucking them into some buns, I've been watching a lot of RuPaul's Drag Race. Which is, the older seasons are so fucking out of pocket, y'all. Jesus.
Out of pocket is a really nice way to say highly insensitive and like out of touch, but also they were made like 10 years ago. So are we really surprised?
No. It's just funny because like I watched season 3 and one of the contestants was from the Philippines, and one of the challenges was for them to like split up into teams. And they had to do like a newscasting segment or whatever. And like the drag queen from the Philippines got cast as the interviewer. And she did this super fucking racist Asian accent. And she's like, well, I'm Asian, so like I can do it. You know, it's like my culture or whatever.
Yeah.
And it's just like, whoa.
I am not going to speak on behalf of the Asian community because I know some Asian people from listening to podcasts with largely Asian hosts and guests and whatever. Some people feel comfortable like using accents as a joke.
Right.
And other people absolutely don't. So, but then it's like there's different dynamics between different Asian cultures, like different ethnicities. And I don't know. I feel like for the Philippines to be making fun of people with like a stereotypical Chinese accent or Japanese accent or whatever, like there's a lot of tension and shit between Korea and Japan because Japan, I believe, occupied Korea and like killed a bunch of Koreans and shit. So there's like interracial tensions, obviously. The world is a complicated place. Like a lot of history has gone on and shit between people, but oh my God. I don't know if I would have made that creative decision. But again, I'm not fucking from the Philippines.
She did it twice. She did
girl.
it in 2 different challenges. I was like, God damn, okay.
I just feel like I would be, if I were a member of those communities, like it was kind of like the conversation that we had last week about like being a woman and using the word bitch or cunt. I personally don't feel like that's harmful to us if we're using it amongst ourselves as like a reclamation thing. But then it's like among the Asian community, like there are certain actors, like I know Bobby Lee told himself like he isn't going to do roles that have him do like a stereotypical accent anymore because it is harmful to the community.
Yeah, and that makes sense.
If you're actually painting your race in a bad light, I just feel like that you're not doing the Lord's work. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like if you're using a stereotype, I don't know, if you're talking with your friends amongst friends about it and I don't know, you're making fun of the stereotype, that's one thing, but to use the stereotype to get laughs.
Right. Like it just feels
it's
like
it's not Asian people laughing at that necessarily, maybe, but it's a lot of fucking racist people laughing at that. That's the thing.
Yeah, exactly. Like that's like me hanging out with a group of guys and be like, God, women are so dumb, right? Like we're so stupid.
Yeah.
Like we're so much worse than men.
And them laughing at it because they agree with you.
Right, exactly. They're like, yeah, bitch, you dumb bitch. And I'm like, I am a bitch. I don't know. It's definitely we've grown so much as a lot of the drag queens that were not black would wear a lot of like dreads and afros and like all this stuff, you know, and they're
Did
like,
they do blackface?
No, they didn't do blackface, but they were wearing.
I mean, they
like,
might as well have though.
Right. I mean, it's just very.
Oh fuck! Someone called Nikita Dragon or whatever.
I know. So
she missed out. She would have loved that shit.
Right. Exactly. She would have been a top contender back in the day.
Yikes.
So it's just kind of funny.
I mean, yeah, it's insane. It's insane because it's like coming from a community that's historically been marginalized, but then you can still be racist if you're gay.
Right.
And
I
you
know.
can still be homophobic if you're black or whatever.
You know, they have like the little sessions where like we're going to read each other, you know. And there were some plus size drag queens and like anytime they would, you know, like read a plus size drag queen, it would just be about how they're fat. It's like that's it. It's like
so funny and original.
Good one.
Yeah, yikes. I heard a podcast recently with like a comedian from like the early 2000s who was kind of big at that time. And he kind of had his default jokes were just like about how his mom is fat. And I'm like, I just feel like some comedians who haven't evolved in the past 2 decades to know that like that's just lazy and not really funny or creative or intelligent anymore. Like just fucking try harder. Like have you been writing the same jokes for the past 20 years?
Yeah,
it's kind of embarrassing. I don't know. Targeted jokes towards entire groups of people, I don't think they inherently have to be offensive if they're in light of themselves, but I think a lot of them are just completely ignorant and just playing off of people's like racism.
Yeah, exactly.
Like there's a good way to make jokes about race and jokes about sexual orientation that's not fucking punching down.
Right. Not mean-spirited.
It's more intelligent than the jokes that we're fucking used to that's just straight up mocking people.
Right, exactly.
The shit that we grew up with. And now we're making progress, but not all of us are making progress though, because Jillian had another run-in with the problematic person that we said we were going to beat the fuck up if he tried her again. And guess what, bitch? He tried her again. He tried her again in person or over messaging?
It was over Instagram. He like responded to like a story, but then I did see him in person.
No, you fucking did not.
I did. And
you said you were going to tell him to stop.
He didn't say anything to me. Like, I didn't really spend a lot of time alone with him. So I just was like, okay. Shit. But he very subtly like kept referring to Marco as just like my boyfriend. I'm like, girl.
This was after he messaged you again?
Yeah. Then he posted this thing on his Instagram story, which I didn't even look at, by the way.
Oh, yikes.
Our friend sent a screenshot of something he posted on his Instagram story that just said, she's not flirting with you. She's just hot and talking. I'm like,
do you want to take your own advice?
Take your own fucking advice.
The fact that I love you, but holy fuck, man. I'm at a point in my life where I'm like, if some bitch keeps trying me, I'm going to fucking snap his neck in public. I don't care. I don't give a fuck. And you're going to handle this however you want to handle it. But like we had a whole conversation where I was like, Jillian, let me fucking fight this man. Like I will tear him limb from limb.
It's just fucking annoying.
I know. I'm just getting so irate that it keeps happening and he's clearly not respecting you and calling your fucking husband your boyfriend.
I know. I'm like,
guys, I'm making the call right now. February 11th.
Pull up, bitches.
At Lana's coffee shop in Santa Monica.
No, dude, I'm about to go get Marco some custom made skates that will fit his giant ass feet. Just so he can, his clown shoes with his 16-foot long toe.
Yeah.
Just so he can come out and skate.
Like, hey, sir, do you have a problem?
Hallo, ich bin Jillian's husband.
Ich bin eine kleine Biene.
Yeah, but this guy doesn't speak German, so he'll be like,
he thinks like, oh my God, he's killed people.
He's threatening me.
Meanwhile, it's like, I'm a tiny bee.
Yeah.
That's really fucking
As if his 16-foot long toe isn't threatening enough.
Oh God, his 16-foot long toe just poking through his skate, knocking people over.
No, it has to have its own individual little trucks on it with additional wheels. It's like a little millipede.
It's just clearing the entire rank of children and old ladies and
sweeping everybody out from under their feet.
Oh my God. Speaking of old lady skaters, there's this wonderful woman in the community called Disco Deb. We're going to give her a shout out. Disco Deb.
Yeah, she's a foxy little lady.
Go check her out.
She's so fun. She has the spirit of like
someone like 3 times less her age.
Right.
And a 16-year-old.
She's just like always so energetic and just so ready to be out there, which I really appreciate.
I mean, she has an OnlyFans. She's ready to be out there in more ways than one, baby.
Woo. Yeah.
Woo.
Wait, does she really?
Yes. Have you seen her Instagram? She advertises for it.
What?
I think she's, 70s?
I think I saw her flirting with an older gentleman. Because she was at one of the rinks and she had like her little disco outfit on with like a cheetah print jacket or something. And then she was like talking to this older guy. And she's like, I wore this for you.
She did not.
She
Debbie.
I was like, hey.
Hey, Debbie.
Debbie with the game.
Debbie got more game than I do, for fuck's sake.
I know. Jesus.
I was talking to someone today. I was like, I don't think I've ever really approached a guy and be like, hey, do you want to go get coffee?
I've done it one time.
Ooh, I can't.
Not to get coffee, though. I was just flirting with him and we had sex. So.
Oh, wow.
So many times I've been out and like a guy will flirt with me and I'm like, oh, I'm married. And I'll literally show them my fucking wedding ring and they'll be like, so? Or like, you want another husband?
Oh, fuck me.
Like, no, unless you can pay my bills.
Yeah. Define husband. Is there...
Yeah, like sugar daddy.
Financially.
Like, right.
Dude, I had a friend recently who was telling me about like, she was watching a bunch of sugar daddy TikToks and like how she was like, I can hook you up. I was like,
ooh,
I don't know.
It's a little sketchy.
I love her. She's great, but I don't know if I would feel comfortable engaging in that. And I feel like I would be put in a very scary situation.
No, I know, because I don't know. Like that just seems inherently predatory to me. Like a guy's like paying for your shit and then essentially getting nothing in return.
Oh my fucking God. Well, guys can be, and unfortunately as a woman, we're used to having guys be a danger to us.
Right.
And I spoke to someone recently who, holy fucking shit, told me about this girl he knows who hooked up with a guy twice. He, before they hooked up, did the Elmo voice on her.
Stop.
I will not. In the most serious way possible. And he said, Elmo wants to get inside you. And then she fucked him still.
Okay, I'm gonna kill myself now. That was the last nail in the coffin. Jesus fucking Christ, that is not real.
Yeah, and then it happened again. Elmo wants to be inside you.
That is that person is psychologically
No.
unwell.
And she fucked him.
Okay, she's
2
unwell
times.
too.
I know. Well, she fucked her second or third cousin also, apparently. So.
Okay, goodbye. Both of these people are not well.
The stories you hear on, talking to new people and learning new things every day.
Jesus fucking Christ.
Yikes. Anyway,
it's alarming, how forward some men can be, but it's also really funny because a lot of those like alpha type guys are also extremely sensitive.
oh my God, no,
Like,
just purely insecure.
When you bring up how short they are.
Oh, short king.
Short king. We love a short king.
And then they're like, who the fuck are you calling short?
I'm not
you
short.
bitch?
I'm 5'10".
Yeah.
I hate to break it to you. That's short.
I'm 5'9", cunt.
I'm 5'11", bitch.
Yeah. I'll stomp on you like a fucking bug. God damn. We have to shout out. She doesn't need a shout out, but Drew Afualo, she essentially like destroys
She
misogynistic
makes a living
guys on TikTok.
knocking men down a peg, which is my ultimate goal and dream.
Yeah. That's my career goal, actually.
I know. Because it's like all these fucking guys who think they're so clever and smart.
Well,
like,
I think they're owed sex.
right.
A lot of the time.
And think that they're better than other women. Like, they're like, I hate fat people and I hate whores and sluts. And then she comes in and like fucking destroys.
Obviously, it's not as explicit as I hate women, but it's
pretty
it's
obvious.
awful. I mean, like if you look up any of her videos and you see the kind of videos she reacts to, it's just pretty generally awful, and it gives you very little hope in men. But then again, being friends with guys, I know there are plenty of fucking great guys out there, and shut up. Don't give me that face. You're married to one, you bitch.
Not all men.
Not all men, but most. No, but there are men who are allies, and I really very much appreciate that, because like, y'all, where the fuck are the rest of you? But it is so clearly insecurity and like fear of us taking jobs from them. Like they're realizing that like women are also capable and they can't cope with that. Like there was one guy who's so fucking insecure that he responded to one woman's video of her like lifting heavy weights with like, he was like, okay, Emily, I could bench press your entire body. And I'm like, yeah, dude, you're a fucking large man. Does a woman lifting weights really intimidate you so much that you felt the need to respond and prove your own fucking strength? What?
It's like, guess what, bitch? I know you don't need me to fucking apply for a credit card anymore.
I know you don't need me to pay your bills, but I strong too. I have muscle.
I hold heavy thing. It make me important.
I have a big penis and twin legs. She's like, great. I don't fucking care.
I didn't ask.
I actually like girls.
Yeah.
That's why guys fucking hate lesbians, because they're like, what do you mean you don't need us?
You get more pussy than me.
Yeah, you get more pussy than me. Fuck. It's always guys who don't have girlfriends or who are also making those videos about how women are blah blah blah.
No, it's so funny because Drew pointed that out. She's like, it is so funny to me how these men just advertise that they get no fucking play.
They're projecting so hard and just telling on themselves that it's just embarrassing.
Exactly. It's like, just tell me that you haven't seen a pussy in
since you popped out your
years.
mom's.
Yeah, since you've seen your mom's.
Oh, Jesus Christ. No, it's she's a fucking blast, and she just absolutely rails on these guys, and it's just fun. It's just fun. It's not like an academic fucking lecture about the issues of misogyny, but it's just a straight up good time.
Yeah, because she's matching their fucking energy.
Yeah.
Like, these guys are
And
coming
they
out the
get so
gate.
offended by it, though.
I
They can't take
know.
her
They get-
rebuttal when they're
they
the
get-
ones making the jokes in the first place.
Yeah, they get so mad. It's like, you started it, bitch.
Tell me you're
were-
insecure without telling me you're insecure.
Right. Like, they were the ones that were saying, like, I hate you. You're fat. Fuck you, fatty.
Yeah.
You know, and then she comes back and says, oh, you're fucking bald, bitch. And they're like, like they get all.
This is bullying.
Yeah, right.
Harassment.
I'm like, okay, man, if you can't fucking take it, don't dish it out.
Exactly.
You're not a
Fucking
chef, bitch.
Little biatch.
Little biatch. No, but I absolutely love her, and she's been like a shining light in my week.
I had a dream that she came on our podcast.
Drew, if you're listening,
I'm manifesting it.
if you're one of our 5 listeners, please, Drew.
If you want to come shit on men with us, we would love to have you.
Yeah, drop trow and just shit all over. We'll invite some guy friends over. It'll be great. All right, we'll get the fuck out of my apartment before I make you pay my rent.
That was
Crash into the Atlantic.
and not the Twin Towers.
Well, that's episode 25 of Relatable for You. We will be back not Wexneek.
Wax week.
We will be back not next week, but the week after, and we will be hopefully. Well, you have fucking Turnip Boy stuff coming.
I know.
You gotta edit that shit, bitch.
The finale of Turnip Boy.
The finale.
Long-awaited finale.
Oh, you guys will not believe what's to come.
It's me.
It was an explosive conclusion to the series. So stay tuned for that on our YouTube channel, and check us out on Instagram at RelatablePodShow. And you can email us at relatablepodcastshow@gmail.com. Check out our website at relatablepodcastshow.com. Check out our link to our Patreon, where we are hoping to raise a bit of money to buy cameras so we can film video episodes for you guys, because I feel like not seeing our faces is not the most engaging way to listen, but we want to provide the option for our visual learners and whatnot.
So you can see us as we go. Oh,
Yeah. Like, because what's this podcast without us having the face to go with?
right.
Anyway, well, thank you for your support. As always, we're looking forward to seeing you, a week
In
or
2
so from now.
weeks.
Yeah, 2 weeks.
Woo.
Bye, y'all.
Bye.